Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So y'all, today I want to plant up some containers, and I think I'm going to do a three. We're going to do 3 containers in one. One of them is super simple, but I want to change out some containers, and then I picked up some more clearance plants that will take us into the fall and the winter. But this is the dilemma that I'm having with one of the containers that I really was excited about. And oftentimes when I'm planting up containers, I will go sit the plant right by the container just to kind of monitor the location. And I'm glad I did this because I noticed something about it. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this is one of the containers that I want to pull. And I want to pull it because this creeping Jenny gets way too much sun. So it used to be over here, and it didn't get as much direct sun. But since we have our 3 tall containers, I had to move it here. So it gets way too much sun in my opinion. So I'm going to pull that. We got creeping Jenny on the front porch in some of our containers. And it's really like a part sun to shade type plant for us here in Georgia zone 8A. But also I had some geraniums that we started from seed. We had like verbenas that came back, but this anemone is what I purchased at the growers outlet, and I will we did a live about it and I did a video, so I'll link that video. But when I put it here, because I was going to pull up everything, I noticed that we was having a little bit of leaf burn here as well. And here's the thing. I know for the fall and the winter, because it is a perennial, it will be okay because the sun is not as high up. But since this is a perennial and it comes back, then when it really gets summer, then it'll probably burn the leaves again. So I said, okay, I will move it to another location by the patio, but in that container, because it's the same type of container, let me walk over here and show you. That container, I feel, may not get as much sun in the location over here. You see what I mean? Like it gets a little bit of afternoon sun, but not a lot, which is why these plants are not thriving in here. It's not getting enough sun. The old owners had some heuchera in here, but I took them out and I divided them. They did really well there, but I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't like it there. I didn't, but I may have to consider at least putting one back. So y'all stick to the end because I may have a alternate for that container. So the second container I'm going to plant up is this one right here, and just kind of clean this area up. And then I have some of the Moroccan mint that we're going to plant. So let's go ahead, let's get started. This is a way for me to use some of the plants that I got. And so I want y'all to stick around to the end, because as I'm planting up these different things, I am going to think about where I should put this anemone at, because they're really pretty and I really wanted it right here, but I just don't want to damage it. So I think I'm going to start right here first, and we'll get those planted up. I'll show you what we plant in the end, and then I'll go ahead and get the Moroccan mint planted up in containers, y'all. They are going to be in containers because let me tell you, last night I started pulling up some of this spearmint. Now, we didn't plant this, the old owners did, but it is really starting to spread. It was not coming out over here, but I was like, I got to get a hold of this because they multiply by rhizomes underneath, and I have dried so much spearmint, but it comes back, and it comes back strong each and every time. So here is our first container. These are some vincas, again, that we picked up on clearance. Now I do have to get some more wood chips, but we're not going to stop us. That's not going to stop us from completing these containers. I'll just put this on my list for when I go to the garden center again. But this is a different variety that has the smaller flowers. We just got a light pink and a dark pink, and they'll grow together. And they'll last us into our first fall frost. They're not like the ones that we have in the garden. They're still vincas, but it's all type of different varieties. These have a bigger flower on here, and I shared with you all probably on a live. I'm probably not going to have to plant any vincas in this area next season because they have a lot of seed pods on here, and a lot of the seed pods have dried and they've been dropping. When I actually cleared this area out and looked under here, it was a lot of seedlings that was popping up. The only thing about it is I don't know if we'll get the same color next year because these are like a hybrid, but lots of seed pods on here. These are starting to dry up. Now, if I wanted to, I could collect them, but I think I'm just gonna let them self-sow, and then we'll see what we have next year. And so that way we probably don't even have to buy any annual flowers for this area. So I pulled out this container right here because I want to plant the Moroccan mint. But as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I have two. These are kind of small. Where am I going to put the other ones? So y'all make sure you stay to the end because I'm probably going to play around for a little bit, see which container would be suited best. But if you don't remember anything else, whenever you're planting in containers, I'm going to have to put a drainage hole in here, which shows you where to put it at. And then also I will highly recommend that you put mint in a container. So be sure you stick around to the end, y'all, because I find myself doing a couple of bonus plantings, but I am going to kind of exit this area right now. I'll show you when I'm all done, because this bee balm is starting to bloom again, and so a lot of the bees are punking me by flying over my head, and so I'm like, I'm gonna give it to y'all for a minute, but I'll come back and show you a couple of bonus plantings that I didn't have any intention of doing today, but I said, you know what, let me go ahead and just get it done, and that'll be less things that we have to plant. So here's container number 3. This is the Grape Crush Aster. But here's the thing, I have one more that I need to find another place to plant it. Oh, y'all, I just had an idea, but we're not gonna do that. I won't even tell y'all because I'm not doing it. But this is the Grape Crush Aster, and I'm excited to see it grow. It is a perennial, and they have some beautiful purple flowers. Okay, so really quick, let's talk about our bonus plantings. So you remember I was torn between should I plant the anemone in the other container that looked exactly like this, or should I plant something else? So I went ahead and I moved. What I ended up doing is moving this container over a little bit closer because earlier the sun was shining right on here. So we put the anemone here, but we're really going to monitor it. If I feel like it's not getting enough sun, or if I feel like it's struggling, then I will move it. I'll put it in like one of the in-ground beds. So that's how we're gonna do this particular container right here. Okay, so next we had a lavender right here. It checked out, and I noticed that the soil was wet, and lavender does not like wet feet. So that could have been totally me, but we still have a lot of other lavender in containers. So I found this lavender yesterday, as a matter of fact. Actually it was at Walmart, and it was $1.97. And so we're gonna put this here. I ended up buying 2, and I may put another one in the herb garden. So this was like a bonus in addition to the Moroccan mint. And then y'all know I was only supposed to plant 1. So I ended up pulling the other white container out that's just like this, and I planted the other Moroccan mint. Now it does look it looks a little frazzled, y'all, but y'all know mint, if I get really closer, you can see a lot of new growth down at the bottom. So no need to worry. Once these start to get a little bigger, I'll just cut the top leggy ones off. But what I can tell you is that the scent is really strong and it's amazing. And the reason why I got the Moroccan mint is because you know, one of the papers where you read about the plant, it was just stating that in the Moroccan market they love to use the Moroccan mint and the lemon verbena together. And we have lots of lemon verbena that we harvested and we dried that is inside. Okay, so I'm so glad that we got those containers planted. Y'all, we still got a lot more that we need to plant, but that is a start. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.